tour bus.
Think of that. Shoot.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm here for Friday Fun Day with a great group of Wellesley runners who like to run the Turkey Trot Loop and then have a little bit of coffee.
Okay. So who are you running for?
I'm training for the Boston Marathon for the Multiple Sclerosis Society.
And how did you become involved with that?
Unfortunately, my wife's mother had MS, and that was back when there were really no treatments for it. And in the 20 plus years we've been raising money for MS, they now have 28 different drugs for it. So it's been quite rewarding to raise money for the foundation.
Are you a long-time runner?
I am.
And have you been in the Boston Marathon before?
I have.
And tell me about that.
My wife tricked me into it. I'm an old miler and stuff from high school and would run, and but she was the marathoner, and she just kept me going on these long runs, and we got to the point she's like, you know, you should just do Boston with me this spring. And that was back when you could just kind of jump in and do it. But we had so much fun. We ran it together a few more years, and then I started running for speed. And it was good because as the MS Society had fewer numbers for the charity numbers, if you can qualify, you can just add to the team, because once you're qualified, you can still raise money for any charity you would like to.
So I'm wondering, how does it change you physically as a person to do all this running?
You basically become comfortable being uncomfortable. But it's a great thing to do in the winter. Because otherwise...
It was like the worst time.
What else are you going to do, though, right? You could just sit in there and complain about the weather. You can get out with your friends and go for a run and then have a cup of coffee. I mean, running in Wellesley is a gem. There's so many people here that do it of all abilities. We've got collegiate runners that'll join us, and we've got people who are in their 70s that are just still at it because they love it.
That's amazing.
And last night at Marathon Sports right here, Jack Foltz, the 76 winner for the Boston Marathon, was there, and he's giving a talk and giving advice to old runners and first-timers. So it's really neat to be part of the Wellesley running scene.
So what advice would you give to upcoming marathoners?
Just start hanging out with the wrong crowd, and the next thing you know, they'll get you doing longer and longer runs, and you'll learn more and more about it. But just have fun in the beginning. There's always time to get serious about it later. Just have fun.
A friend of mine volunteers for the food pantry. It's a 100% volunteer organization, and she asked me if I knew a runner, and I was like, of course I do. I know a runner. I'm a runner. So I took it upon myself to jump in. I have finished these 6 World Majors, and I've run Boston in 2022, and I've a couple of other marathons, but other than that, just 7 or 8 marathons in total.
That's pretty impressive. What? How do you do that?
I started coming to this group. It was Carol Chowie's Couch to 5K on Fridays, and I couldn't even run 5K. And so I started walking and then running a little bit and connecting the dots, and one thing led to another, and a friend couldn't run a marathon, and I was going to be in DC for the Marine Corps Marathon, and ended up going down there and actually running it. So my husband has run the World Majors with me, and I would say that I just am a casual runner, not really a professional runner, and I'm just a casual runner that likes to have a good time with my running buddies.
So anybody can do this?
Anybody, yes, absolutely.
Not all at once.
I am not young anymore. I'm a seasoned runner. I started running when I was 50.
I'm running the 129th Boston Marathon for the Friends of the Wellesley Free Libraries. The Friends of the Wellesley Free Libraries is a very important institution supporting our library system here in the town of Wellesley. It's foundational for our community, and I've benefited greatly for the Friends and from the library system over many years, having raised my family here, and I'm really proud to support them.
So are you a long-time runner?
I'm a long-time runner, yeah. I've run since I was a child, usually short distances. I started running longer distances in the last 2 years, I have an older daughter who has taken on marathon running very seriously, and I've been an avid fan of hers and have joined her in many of her races. And it was just a few years ago I had the idea that maybe I could do this as well. So I've started training, and this will be my third marathon, my first in Boston.
How did you hook up with the library?
The library, well, we live close to the library, so I'm there frequently. And one of the members of the Friends of the Wellesley Free Libraries contacted me and asked me if I would consider supporting their charitable fundraising event. And I, of course, said yes. There's hundreds of charities in the Boston area that are securing funds for their causes and using the Boston Marathon to help with that. The BAA, the Boston Athletic Association, helps to support the 8 different towns through which the marathon passes by offering charity bibs to those towns, and those towns in turn can then use those bibs to support local charities. There's a whole slew of local charities in Wellesley that are benefiting by this opportunity. The Friends of the Wellesley Free Libraries is just one of several. So there was an application process, and we were had to speak to people who could be convinced that we could finish the race. You have to be able to finish the race within a specified period of time, and then you post a fundraising page on a fundraising tool called Give and Gain that supports all the charity runners, and you speak to people, you send out emails, you have all kinds of discussions, and friends of yours can also support and direct people to your fundraising page, and people sign up and donate.
Is it a lot of work?
It's a lot of work, but it's really worth it. I think that it's actually a lot of fun. I think it brings a lot of meaning and to the support of the Friends of the Wellesley Free Libraries and to the whole racing experience itself. This past October, I ran the Chicago Marathon, and for that marathon, I raised funds for the American Cancer Society. And it was really a heartwarming experience, having to meet all the different people for whom cancer touched their lives. And I think that the linkage of a marathon training event and the whole experience with a fundraising opportunity is really very rewarding.
This is my 16th Boston Marathon.
Wow.
And I'm a very passionate runner, and so much fun to be part of this group and be part of the community in Wellesley and Needham.
Picture?